Good morning, Internet world. I just wanted to shoot this quick video on my way back from taking the kids to school because I was at a very interesting meeting yesterday about direct sales. And one of the speakers at the meeting was telling her story about how when she first got started in networking. And it's a very important topic. And that's the topic of like how you get started. When you answer that question in the meeting of, the audience having that question of, can I do this business too? Well, the answer to that question is absolutely yes. And the reason I say that is because I think a lot of times newbies in this business don't understand that everybody was new at some point. The person that's successful in the front of the room, for instance, was brand new at any certain day. The person that excels at the job that you're at, that's the manager or the supervisor, they were brand new on one day. One of the first things I tell people when I go into business with them, or when I used to supervise or manage them at my last job, was, hey, listen, you're going to make a few mistakes. And listen, you're not going to say all the right things in the beginning because, it was my first day once too, and I know exactly how you feel. But anyway, the presenter went on to tell her story about how she first got involved with direct sales. And one of the commitments that she made was she was running a very successful business and she didn't have a lot of time, which is a lot of the case with many of you out there today. But she allotted 30 minutes a day to do her business. And what she did was she stayed right at work, and you don't necessarily have to do this. She stayed right at work. She went in her office. She shut her door, and she took no phone calls. She took no appointments, and basically was untouchable for 30 minutes a day. And so she made herself sit down, no matter how bad she didn't want to do it. She made herself sit down and devote 30 minutes a day, no matter what, to calling somebody and sharing with them the great opportunity that she was involved with. And what that allowed her to do was slowly build over time a support group to join her in her venture, and she became very successful in her first direct sales company. That being said, the meeting really turned towards people having somewhat of an inadequate self-image of themselves. And it turned into some interesting discussions about self-image and, can I do it too? And I'm just here to tell you, you guys can do this business. This business works if you work it. And it's all about habits. And it's all about making decisions and putting action plans towards those decisions. And that's one of the toughest things to do. But that's what mentors are here for. That's what your sponsor in the business is there for. That's what, sometimes just people out in the world that have successful businesses, that's why you have relationships with those types of people. Because when life knocks you down or, you're tired of rejection or things like that, that's why we're here. That's why we're in this industry of direct sales. I guarantee you there is not a finer industry out there for self-development, making people realize their true passions in life, support, systems, just the whole aura of wanting to do better, wanting to be more. That's what we're built for. We're built to succeed. We are not built to fail. So when you decide to do a business like direct sales, I think it's really important to develop a be, do, have scenario and sit down with your enroller or whoever put you into the direct sales business and really go through why you're in the business. Because that why is what's going to drive your habits. And your habits is what's going to drive your destiny. And your destiny is whatever you make it. And the people that are being successful out there, a lot like the gal that was doing the presentation, They just have simple daily habits that they're doing repetitively over time, and good things happen. You need to give this at least 21 days of forming a new habit, whether it would be 5 minutes a day, 5 hours a day, 5 hours a week, 5 hours a month, whatever it will be. You need to give yourself 21 activities in a row to truly decide, whether or not your new habit is being productive, because 21 days is typically a good range to look at when you develop a new habit before it actually becomes a habit and you don't even think about it. This business is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-rich-slow type thing. Business builders out there that are really hitting it hard, they're just doing more of the activity than the person that is getting there over a slower period of time. So this is my message to you out there today about just forming good habits and putting action plans behind those habits, and you will get what you're looking for in life. Because the bottom line is, we do have a better way. That being said, everybody have a great day. Enjoy a little bit of the fall scenery that's behind me. It's a little bit more of a typical gloomy fall type day, but we got some good colors going on. So you all have a great day. See you next time.